Hey, this is Dean with People Creative, and today we have the brand new Slingshot Project Drag board, and this is the 95 liter. Let's do it. Alright, I'm trying to get into every bit of detail here today. I'm starting off with the Slingshot board bag that comes with every board. And you're going to need it because looking at the state of the box, FedEx had a really good go. And they tore up the box, but everything was good inside because of the board bag. I pulled the board out, no damages, no rips, and no tears to the board. So everything was great. Quick shout out to Ride Engine. I will be using the new reel system on all of my boards going forward. So it's a great system and you'll see more in the video. All right, let's get to the board. This is fresh off the water. Project Drag boards are built for hard carving, for the advanced foiler, for parawing, winging, and prone, etc. Designed by Ken Adgate and Carl Tui. Designed for the rider to stay committed into really tight turns, popping up for messy touchdown, and keeping the board stable when you're really trying to push yourself and carving nice and hard. When you first receive the board and you pull it out of the board bag, it's really a work of art. It takes you a minute to sort of really appreciate how much work, how much shaping is going into this board. You got the volume in the nose there. It's very handy when you're starting off, getting off the water, and water obviously dissipates off the nose real easy. And because this is the 95 liter board, 6'4" by 21.5 inches wide. The volume on it is absolutely perfect. You've got the sunken deck area for your feet. You've got hard rails, you've got chines, you've got flat sections, you've got tail rocker, you've got nose rocker. There is so much shaping going into this board. You really just spend a couple minutes just kind of stepping back and taking a look. You got a little square off tail there. Nice quick water release, which is very handy for our conditions here in Florida. With the light winds, we need that longer rocker line, quicker water release. But we don't want the hassles when we do touch down, when we do catch a rail as we're starting to carve harder in the swell. I'm going to show you in the video both winging and power winging on the board. And this is one of the first days I was out on the Indian River and the wind was light, 12 to 16 miles an hour. As you can see by the takeoff, it's what I heard probably the most feedback was how quick that board pops up. And until you experience it, you know, I know there's always a lot of hype around products, but it is scary quick pop up. You have to adjust really fast, but once you do, you get to enjoy how smooth carving this board is. You do need to spend a little bit of time just dialing in your foil, because if you use different brands and the rake of the foil might be different, because this board has quite a bit of tail rocker. You know, spend some time just fine tuning your own setup. But once you do, it is absolutely beautiful. It rides nice and smooth. I also tested the Project Drag board in some good winds, 17 to 25. I was on a 4.0 wing. It's pretty choppy as well. We get some really gusty winds here, especially when the wind's on shore. So right there, the wind's light. And you can see a couple pumps, get the board moving, and then it releases. The first thing that really stood out to me on the board was the deck. I haven't ridden a concave board for quite a few years, but you get this instant feedback. The deck pad itself is quite thin, and you can feel how stiff. You kind of feel under your feet exactly where the mast is under your back foot, and that's critical as you're getting into advanced foiling. Having that feedback, having the foam closer, basically thinner on the rail, so your back foot is right over it. As you can see, as I made a tack and a board touched down, it instantly just pops up. and that's because of the chines and because of the shaping of the board. It's like a cheat code. I mean, if you make an error, make a mistake, the board helps you through it, gets you back up and riding again. I actually tested this board 4 days in a row, and there was a couple days where I managed to get out on the parawing. Now it's something that I have only really been trying the last few months, and I've been using the Flowcraft V2, the 95 liter, and I thought I'd give this one a test. This particular day, it was actually really windy right before I started making the video. It was over 30 miles an hour, and then it dropped a little bit, and I pulled out a 3.6 parawing, and I just wanted to see kind of how it would perform, and some fluky winds. That area right there is about 15-16 miles an hour, and you will see little few pumps on the parawing pump the board. That's why I like to use front foot straps to help you pump, lift the board up, and once you're moving and you're flying across the water, I really enjoy this board for parawing. It's very light, and because you can pump it, you pump it with a quicker cadence, it can help you through some of the light holes and some of the lulls in the water. And then once it picks up, and it did towards the end of me testing this board, it picked back up again to about 25 miles an hour. And so I had no problems at all with it. And I am very much looking forward to our winter swells. And when we able to get out on the ocean side at Cocoa Beach and ride downwind, this will absolutely be my go-to board for downwind parawinging. As you are all aware, I'm sure, there is a Tuttle box version of the Project Drag board coming, and I will be testing that just as soon as I can get my hands on one. Check out slingshotsports.com and you'll be able to see all of the board sizes available, pretty much every size and liter volume available for you. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below. I'll be happy to answer them all. And until then, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out, and I appreciate you watching, and I will see you on the water.